Actually a nice one having you in our channel once again, and I would like to remind you that our duty is to promote fish farming and aquaculture practice in the world. So that's why we are bringing to you practical things that we do to inspire you into success. So you are actually going to watch one of the farm that we recently set, and so good the fish have grown and they are ready for sale. I would like to inspire you and to encourage you to know that this business is actually profitable when you do it well. When you do it well, that's why I implore you to follow those that you know that are actually making good success in this business. Okay, you can as well visit farms and make your own inquiries. You can as well apply to get a good plan. Of course, Fish College prepare business plans that will serve as a guide for those who have interest. It may impress you to know that in this video you're about to watch, we'll be talking more on water quality management. We'll be teaching you practical ways of testing water and how you can equally balance them. In all, we will encourage you, if you're here to get our materials, try and do that. And if you are here to register for our mentorship training, we encourage you to do that. All this will help you to grow and to enjoy this business successfully. You understand? Fish farming really pays, and it pays when you are doing it well. So you have the opportunity to get the basic knowledge you need. And if you are here to subscribe to our channel, we encourage you to do that right now. Do follow us, do drop your questions, do like and share our videos. As you do so, our great God will continue to bless you. Thank you so much. Right now, we're gonna be ushering you into the business of the day. Thank you, Fish College Cares. Cheers.
So that one, the work is too much because you work with 4 hours. Because our target is, do you have anybody from Warri? Warri? Thank you. Do you know about
Yes, sir.
You know about
Yes.
All right. The farm is along Agbara Expressway. From there to, waiting with that roundabout, so
Yes.
yeah, so 15 naira. So if you're in Copper now, what I used to do for core member is you can put that card, you can come to my mind too. You understand? Come and learn. Come and learn. The guys during holiday,
Okay.
if you are from that side, you control the house. You have the license. You get me clearly. Nothing like you for. If you work out very, very well, you are planning to produce 2 million fish every month. Not the right now. So we still need more people. Need more hands. There are many things are planning to do. The demand is not to forget and do this. We just want to help people. You can put it on with the time. So I don't need it. So here the we start now. Then that's it. The same one they're going to bring. Then we are meant to have a continental way to spread like before the end of the class. Just to spread out. I don't want us to, my guy will help you get some. I don't want
This one, I just see part of this one.
Not
Okay, it mixed.
all is mixed.
Because I can see some small ones and big ones here. Who are those? Who did that man? Yeah, it's very good. Papa.
Ask him to bring another.
Okay, that's finished. I hope he's not confused with the measurements.
No, you did this one. This was fine. This was point
They just
nine.
take now.
Yes, it's just to get point nine. So it is not complete to the city.
Okay.
Is that the running?
Hmm?
Is it running? This one is
We
inside.
left it work now. They're going to start
Sure.
can you give science teachers? So these are the ones in the tarpaulin section. You can see them. You can see. So lovely. Doing well. Right.
So I will take that section where I have the ones that is up to 2 kg, 1.5. So I'm taking you to that section now.
All right. So here, as the manager rightly said, because I left them for a very long time, I just came to see what is going on and to have some management meeting with them. So here, I think the ones that are here are bigger.
Yeah.
They are bigger. Looking at them, they are very, very big. So, Mr. Sam, you can continue with your feeding.
Here you have up to 2 kg, you have 1.5.
Wow. Yes. This is lovely.
That's how active they are.
All right, good day, everyone. It's a pleasure having you in our channel today again. And I will actually like to introduce myself again. My name remains Unwatwije Chigozie. I'm a graduate of Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Here I read, I know many of you are interested to know what I studied. I studied zoology. And one beautiful thing about zoology is that zoology is complex. So we have options. So I choose to go for fishery and aquaculture. So I put much energy there. That's why it gives me a foundation to what I am doing today. And we are not just doing this thing to share knowledge, but a lot of people are having challenge in fish farming. And as a scientist, we consider it necessary to contribute with our wealth of knowledge. So for a very long time, I'll be promising you that we are going to talk about water quality management. And for those of you who have been able to get our material, there's something I actually stress on about water quality management. I told you that fish can survive without food for some time, but not fries. So fries, when they are starved, they will die. But when we go into mature fish, they can survive for. I'm trying to get the place where I wrote it. Okay, that is in page 39. It says fish can survive without food for a long time, though might grow stunted. But once the water quality is below standard, it can result to fish kill or high level of mortality. So you can either lose all your fish or you are going to have serious mortality. So it's very good for you to know how to manage your water. Like, let me start with our pond. Like, some people love using concrete pond. When you finish constructing your pond, the first thing you're expected to do is to use sponge to wash the excess cement on the body of the pond. After you have done that, then you use animal dung. When I mean animal dung, I mean poultry waste or cow waste. You put it in a sack bag, then fill the pond with water, drop it inside, then you cut plantain stem. That is used for treatment of the pond. Okay, it's used for treatment of the pond, and the duration is between 7 to 14 days. And why do we allow it to stay for 7 to 14 days? Now I want to teach you science. I want you to enjoy the beauty of science. Now, for example, if you don't treat your pond, you can use these kits that I'm going to teach you today, because right now we are going to focus more on pH management. You can use these kits to check the pH of the water. You see that the pH you'll be having will be something above 12, above 14, will be very, very high. You know, it will be very, very high that even your kids here will not be able to get the reading, because the pH will be very, very high. And when I'm talking about high pH, I'm talking about the alkalinity, because some people, when you say pH is high, they'll be thinking that you're talking about acidity. Now pH ranges from 0 to 14 according to the chart. Okay, so if it is increasing high, that means you're having more of alkalinity, and our neutral point is 7. So anything above 7 is alkaline, anything below 7 is acidic. Okay, but the level of acidity, like when you come to aquaculture system, it is terrible when you start having things like 4 points, below. And when you finish constructing a new concrete tank, when you test the water that you're going to have, you see that the alkaline level will be high, not just the acidic level. So that treatment you're trying to do there is to try to bring that alkaline level. How do you know that it is okay? Now, according to layman wisdom, once you discover that phytoplanktons, when I'm talking about phytoplanktons, you say mosquito larvae. No, well, phytoplanktons talk of microscopic plants like algae. Then zooplankton. Zooplankton is moina and mosquito larvae. They are microscopic organisms, but you see some of them tiny. You see them swimming, and some red worm, you see them in the pond. You know that life have come. So at that point, what you need, but I do tell people to allow the pond to cure for 14 days, so that you'll be very much certain. So at that point, what you do, you remove all the water, wash your pond, and introduce new one. For tarpaulin pond, the only work you need to do when you have new tarpaulin pond is to wash the pond. You can use water and salt and wash it. What you are trying to wash up is the chemical components that might remain in the pond. That one you don't need to treat it. Okay, for plastic, like if you are using plastic tank and the rest of them, you don't need to bother yourself treating the pond, because there's no this thing for you to work on. You just need to wash them. The major one we treat is we treat concrete, and we treat earthen pond. Okay, when you finish constructing earthen pond, you have to lime the pond to bring in, because most earthen pond, when you check it, the pH is very, very, it's acidic. So you need to lime it to increase the alkaline level. And almost what we do you buy a lime, a broadcasting lime, to spray on the pond. Okay, so well, I'm not actually here to teach you some basic things, but I want you to have a foundation to what I'm talking about. And for the benefit of those who have been purchasing kits from us, and who have been purchasing kits from the market, because apart from the ones we sell, there are other people that sell kits. So the benefit of getting from us is that when you get from us, we will guide you. But as a scientist, it's always good for you to add knowledge to your community, to your society, and that is why we want to do some breakdown. For example, now we have different kits in this place. We have different kits. This one is the normal litmus paper. If you see, it will have 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, and there's variation of color here. So what you are going to do, how you make use of this, is you cut the paper. Like this particular one, I'm going to be telling you where I got it from. I got it when I traveled to Onisha in the market. So you insert it in your water. So when you insert it in your water, for you to get the right value, you're going to drop it somewhere. Let me drop it here, okay, for some minutes. Okay, so the challenge I have with this is that you may not have an accurate value. And for those of you who have been following us, you will know that one of the sensitive things that we do talk about is catfish breeding. Very, very sensitive, because any little mistake you do in the hatchery can jeopardize all your labor. So that's why I say it's very, very sensitive. So you can see we have different kits here, and I'm going to show you how we use them. Now, we don't actually depend on one particular kit. Like in terms of the pH, you have like 3 kits, so that we can be sure that our result is okay. Then this particular one is a digital pH meter. When you on it, I'm going to show you how it does the dual work. You can use it to check the temperature and the pH of your water. Okay, I said you can use to check the temperature and the pH of your water. It does a dual function. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let me show you how it works. So this is the cap, and they have a ball here that help to take the readings. Then you insert it in the water. You insert it from here to this place, should be inside the water. Is that clear? Then we have a switch. When you look at it, you see power. You see power here. So you turn it on. You turn it on. Is that clear? So when you turn it on, you can now insert in the water. You can now insert it in the water to get the pH of your water. So now, how does this work? Now, when you insert it in your water, you are going to wait. The figure will be fluctuating. You are going to wait until it maintains stability, or until it gives you something between let me say, you come to a point where you're having 6.97, 6.97, 6.97, 6.97. You can either have 7 or you have 6.9. Or if that two figure continue to display in terms of the pH, you will now take the average. You add it together, divide it by 2, and you will now get the pH of the value. Then now when you press the same button, it is going to give you the temperature too. The same thing happen, like the temperature of this particular water now is what I'm having right now is 27. Okay, 27.4. Okay, 27.4. It is now fixed. 27.4 is now fixed. Okay, all right. So you can see that it's very, very simple to operate. Now, apart from, like as I said, this one does dual function. It work. You can use to check your pH, and you can equally use to check the temperature. Now, if it is the pH you are more focused in, when you insert into this water, you have to like stir it so that the water here can get used to the test bulb. Okay, because you can remove it from this water. These two water are different water. They are different water we are using. So now, for me to confirm my readings, to be very much sure of what I'm having here, I can choose to use another kit. I'll use this other kit. I love this kit so much because this one equally can give you reading from can give you a value from 4 to 14.0, 1.0 to 14.0. Hello? So as I was saying, I love this one so much, so that if I get my reading from this one, I can use this to confirm whatever I'm getting. And I still have another kit here. This one is 3-in-1. This particular kit helped me to check ammonia level and equally the pH. Now, this particular one have the reagent. This is the reagent. This is the pH reagent. You can see it written on it. It's produced by Chinese company. So this particular one takes it from 6 to 9.5. Are you seeing it? 6 to 9.5. Now, why I prefer this one is that you can know when your pH is 4, when it is 5. Okay, you can know when it is even above 9.5, so you can see the coloration. Okay, so today or right now we're focusing more on pH. So now let's see how it works. Very simple. I have 2 samples of water here. This water is not a distilled water, but it's rainwater. Okay, and I do tell people one of the best way to get distilled water that the pH is 7.0 is via condensation, where you can buy from the market, because at times we try to test to see how we can get water that is absolutely pure. When we get some waters in the market, you are not giving us good result than we expected. So this one is our borehole water. Okay, so let me collect 5 ml of my borehole water now. This is 5 ml. And let me collect 5 ml of the collected rainwater. And I would like you to understand that as a scientist, this water is not really a pure water, because when it was falling down, it mixed with some particles. But nevertheless, the pH is expected to be a bit high, though it may not be 7, but maybe close to 7. Okay, all right, so let me put it here. Now, how do I make use of one of the reagents I'll be talking about? My work is just to add 2 drops here. 1, 2. 2 drops. 1, 2. This is the borehole water. All right, so let's check. This one is giving me what I'm having here is around 6.7. It's above 6.6, but it's not equal to 7. Can you see it? Why this particular one is very bad? It's giving me about 4.0. So now this particular one is aggressive to our fish business. So what do we do? Now this is a problem. Okay, this is a problem, and this is where we'll be focusing for the moment. All right, let me equally use this reagent. Just that this reagent, the range varies. So this 3 in 1. You can use this kit to check pH. You can use to check ammonia level, and you can use to check the nitrites of your water. So just take a look at this and see the difference. Can you see? So I'm going to teach you how to balance your water if you have this challenge. Then what is the implication? Now, the implication of this is this can cause poor digestion, can cause acid burns, it will make your fish uncomfortable, it can result to fish high mortality in your farm. Is that clear? So what we do, you need to subject your water to treatment. And how do you treat your water? There are many options you have. Okay, so that's why I said if you are not testing your water, if you are not monitoring your water, you are working blindly. So it's always good as a farmer, especially for those of you who are into fingerling production, to have good idea of your water pH, so that you can have knowledge on how to handle it. Now, there are many things we use in treating the water. One, you can use oyster shell. You can use oyster shell. Oyster shell is very effective. Then you can use soda ash, you can use sodium bicarbonate. And now some of you will be asking, how do I get these materials? Well, if you need us to help you get it, you can. But You can easily get sodium bicarbonate where they sell agro materials, or from, like I have a sample here. This bicarbonate, you can see the way it looks. This is not salt, it's not sugar. Okay, so if, let me add a little quantity in this particular water that is bad. Look at the quantity I'm adding now. So you're going to see how it is going to raise the pH. I know that some of you will be asking question, how do I raise the pH of my water? Now pH varies, so I cannot tell you that so quantity of bicarbonate will work for so volume of water. So you need to check your water. When you check your water pH, if we find it difficult to balance it, we can work in hand with you to raise your pH to the expected level. Okay, let me use this one. Remember, okay, this is 5 ml. This is 5 ml. I'm going to drop 2 drops. Can you see? Can you see the color? Can you see the color? This was the initial one we're having, and this is what we have now after adding bicarbonate. So let us go. So when you check the reading here, you see this is SS. This is above 14. It's above 14. Okay, remember this is just an illustrative class, so maybe subsequently we can just work out the quantity that can balance a particular volume of water, so that you understand much more what you are saying. But what I want you to understand, I want you to see, you can see the difference. Can you see them? You can see the difference. They are all water. So I want you to have a fundamental knowledge in what we are saying, and I don't want you to be confused. Once you know you don't understand anything in what we are telling you, you can throw questions to us. Is that clear? That's the reason why I said I encourage you, try to get our material and read. Then equally try to register for our mentorship training, so that we can always have one-on-one interaction on how you can get some things done better. So likewise, what do we call it? You can equally use soda ash, and you know there's some treatment tank that make use of lime. When the water passes through the lime, it also helps to step up the pH. But in all, I will encourage you to have kits, so that with the help of your kits, you can be guided to get the desired pH that you need. Then let's talk about the temperature too. For the temperature, you can make use of this, or you can equally get digital water thermometer that you can always put in your water, in your pond, and it will give you the reading. Okay, so maybe when next we are going to meet, we're going to be telling you more on how you can control your temperature. So do anybody have any question? So any question, you can send your question across us. You can see our number on the screen. Then for as many of you that are yet to subscribe to our channel, I wonder what is keeping you from subscribing. All you just need to do is to click on the subscription button, and we like you to understand that what we are doing is more of affecting humanity. So anyhow you want to partner with us, and someone once called me, a company once called for me to come and train people for them this September. Anyway, this September we'll have serious mission. Yeah, serious mission. So I want you to bear with us. We can still do that maybe November, October, but this September we are seriously committed already. Okay, so I hope you're enjoying Fish College. Love you. I'm gonna stop for now. So other things we're gonna be teaching you is how to test for dissolved oxygen, and how you can regulate, or how you can increase your dissolved oxygen for the betterment of the fish, and how you can test for ammonia level and nitrate level, and what to do to subsidize them. We want you to do well in this business. So this is a promise, and for Mr. Diamond, our students in Akwa Ibom, Kaduna, that equally that we promised to make this video some time ago. We have been so much busy, very, very busy. So bear with us, okay? So thank you. Cheers. Cheers. Goodbye. Love you.